Hello, we're going to do the BHR JenMar Management Series live here from Talladega Super Speedway. Currently qualifying going on. But more importantly, the very first race in the round of 12 of the chase. So you're going to see the banners on some of these cars. You see right there, back of the 48 machine right there, Stephen Gear round of 12, along with the 80 and the 7, along with this 4 machine. These guys all have that banner. You see right there. On a 12 in the back corner panel. There's supposed to be some red in the cars, but I guess these cars don't really allow you to have that much customizable parts and to change the colors and whatnot. So yeah, you're gonna see these round of 12 banners on a lot of these cars. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. As you see it, there's the 8. He has one. This 99 does not. You see, a lot of these guys with these banners are on their cars. Well, qualifying just about to wrap up here. And this is open qualifying, so everybody's trying to get the fastest time they can in the draft, pretty much. But you can't make contact, it was a one kind of lap. Running their final laps here, because not enough time to make it all back around. Looks like the only guys out here. Glove machine, but he's all by himself. And these guys will complete their lap, so that pretty much will do it here for qualifying. Oh, actually, never mind that. 1 minute left. It's pretty wide now. Oh, I reckon. Oh, hard hit for the 48 and 7. Looks like that might do it here. Until that's 48 toes back to pit road. We still have transition time. 4 is in his car, which is causing us all to be stuck here on the 8 machine. The 4 and the 8 are in the race cars. That's why I'm staying here, but that's okay. Not the end of the world, I suppose. You see some of the qualifying times, top 5 qualifying times right there in the bottom left corner of your screen. And that's a wrap for qualifying. So now it's basically gets on track, and these guys get set to start girding up here. Alright, these guys should go up here to look now at the LCTV starting grid for tonight's race from Talladega. Kirk Mills gets the pole with a 50.304. Was outside under 50 entry of George Garcia. Row number 2 is the 7 of Austin Johnson. On that side, his teammate Russell Caney in the 80. Number 3 is Stephen Gale in the 48, and then the chase drivers along with 99 Frederick Hofstetter in the 99. Row 4, Trina Seed in the 8, another chase driver, Max Newirth. I believe he made his first career start here in the 71 entry. Back of row number 5, Thomas Wise, last guy to turn a qualifying time. And then you get into 37, roll number, he'll roll off in 10th. Jeffrey Price, 11th, Jeremy Funk in 12th. Then you have Ryan Fling in 13th, and Jason Tripp in 14th. That does it for your field here. So start roll here. Some guys that go in the back. I believe the 37 has some wheel issue because usually whenever they redline it and the wheel turns, because like if you unplug your wheel when the iris is open and the wheel is not connected, it makes your car clutch all the way, brake all the way, gas all the way, and it turns all the way to the left. That's what looks like it happened right there, 37 entry. So tough break for him. He'll have to start the race in pit road. Hope these guys wreck pretty early so he can get back in contention here and not lose the draft and lose the entire field and have absolutely no chance of the win, which, you know, of course, Talladega 8 laps. I'm sure there will be at least one caution, but we'll just have to wait and see. Get the high banks here at Talladega. We get close and close to the drop of this green flag and get the first chase race underway. See again the guys around the 12 banners. They are chase drivers with the 4, the 7, the 48, the 80, the 8, the potentially 11 there, the 45, the 9, I believe. What these guys do with those banners. The pace car make its way onto pit lane. We got a long wait for the green flag, however. We gotta go all the way through this tri-oval to get there. So we go through the tri-oval at 65 miles an hour. The green flag is flying our way here from Talladega. Good start on the outside with George Garcia in the number 50 machine. He has a pretty good run up top. So get up through the gears here, up in the 4th gear now. Side by side, nobody really lifting as you see the 8 machine drop in to the inside lane now. Kirk Reynolds has the advantage as they go down the back straightaway. So far, so good. No lap one big one as of right now. Hopefully they don't either. They're still side by side in this pack of 6. It looks like 7. I got a bit of a gap right after the 11. You got the 45, 71, 9, 97, 91 all right there. So 37 actually still in pit roads. Maybe still having those wheel issues, unfortunately. But soon across the finish line, who will lead the first lap? It will be the 50 of George Garcia by inches right there. He'll do the first lap. It actually now gets pushed ahead with Russell Candy. He'll go clear up the inside lane, drops down out in front of the 4 machine of Kirk Mills. So got non-chase driver now leading the field. Oh, there's a bit of contact though. The 50 kind of gets bumped by the 4. Who then kind of got loose, got in the apron, but no harm, no foul. They continue going here. It's a bit of shaking up in the field. Make sure not to wreck. You don't want to wreck this early on and already use one of your first faster pairs here. These guys do have, I believe, 3 faster pairs, so, or maybe even more than that, I'm not quite sure, but you might see the intents to pick up because of that. Now the 4, Kirk Mills goes down low on the 50 of George Garcia, who chops him off. Looks at the 7 to 48 right there, caught the Abram goblet loose, so George Garcia leading no lap as he blinks out, has connection issues. But he's gonna stay in front of the 4. Kirk Mills now as his teammate on the outside. Russell Caney getting pushed to 99 of Frederick Hofstetter. He is on the outside as a 4. Almost looking at the 50. Very close right there. 3 by 3 by 3. And this might be where the big one happens here. They're 3 by 3 by 3 going into turn number 3 as the 4 still trying to get around the 50, but it's not going to work. The 9 to right flag into the outside wall. Looks like he manages to save it. No wreck. Good save with a 9 machine. 45 Price up top. Absolutely no help there with them. He's down to 4. Slice and dice and trying to find an opening to get around the 50 machine, but still can't quite get there. It's now 3 laps have been completed. So Candy getting pushed on 99 on the outside lane. Be very careful to that left for corner panel. Bumping them by straight away they go. Alright, forward was Jeremy Funk in the number 97 machine. And the fourth, Kirk Mills on the apron, trying to get underneath the 50 of George Garcia. The 3 wide now for the race lead. He's getting loose down there. I think he's trying to bump the 50 up out of the groove, actually. Got underneath him, and now they're side by side with some contact. Oh, man, the 80 almost getting turned around right there. Trying to come down on the 50 machine who's on his inside. There's still 3 wide. A lot of jumping around and weaving. You gotta make sure it play it nice and easy. 97, a little bit squirrely right there in the middle. Looks like now 99 actually will ditch the 80. Russell Kenny's been pushing for quite some time. Russell Kenny gonna get ditched by him. Gets passed by the 8, the 71, the 48, and the 99. And all of a sudden he drops to the back. Is trying to battle for lead. Much for time right there. Now Kirk Reynolds underneath George Garcia with the 7 entry right there behind him. That's Austin Johnson. Got Stephen Gale lined up right there behind him. Max Newworth. Outside, you got George Garcia, Jeremy Funk, Verzer Hofstetter, Trenton Sneed, Russell Caney. Looks like the 11 machine here. That is the 11 of Thomas Wise. Oh, there's a wreck in the back. The 9 hooks the 91 machine around. Station trip, no caution. Oh, he spins out of trying to get back going. That might bring the caution flag out. Gets down onto the apron, out of harm's way. Will Armour is actually returning the track 1 lap down. I'm take a look back what happened right there. No caution flag. He spins out again. Still no caution flag. I'm not sure at this point he's just trying to do it just to run out the caution. They're still racing up front. Let's look back what happened now. 91 getting hooked around by the 9 machine there. They go in the corner and there's another track just a bit. The 9 just hooked it pretty much. That's all that happened. But look now at that. As it looks like now, right off the race lead actually is Austin Johnson. Has actually disconnected, so he's actually put it behind the wall. I'm not quite sure what happened to that 7 machine there. It's a 37 with word armor. This pack is catching him in a hurry. I'm make sure not to have any issues. Oh, the 48 almost turns a 4 around right there. Very close, but they managed to once again save it. So far, 7 laps completed. A pretty good run for these guys so far. I want to see just how long these guys can go green flag. Obviously, the more green flag laps you have, the more exciting it is. The kind of win-win for everybody, except unless you are a 91 machine, you kind of got turned around there, or if you lost the draft at all. And so these guys better get a lap down. They gotta get out of harm's way. Otherwise, that could very easily cause a big one here. Lap traffic. 91 gonna wisely go up to the top lane, gets out of harm's way, so he'll do a nice shot to do that. Looks like 48 clips the apron, gets down below the O-line, but backs out to make sure he doesn't get around the 4 or turns him at all. A lot of guys kind of flirting that apron in the tri-oval. And a 48 machine, a test car, paint scheme 2015. This 37 also with armor gonna go 2 laps down, and he goes to the next wall. So now 8 laps completed so far. As they're about to make 9 as long as these guys can hold up. 71 on the apron and 8 gets in the back of him, I believe. 15 George Garcia with the 97 of Jeremy Funk up on the top side. Trying to get a run here out of turn number 4. And try to fight for this race. Lead of 50 going to go way up the racetrack for some reason though. 97 going to have to try to follow him up there. There's a 4 Kirk Reynolds leading another attempt by around the famous Talladega Super Speedway. 48 pushing the 4, very close, almost hooks him around. Now it kind of goes to the apron just a bit. left rear. Oh, man. I thought for sure the 4 was going to hook around right there, but somehow these cars seem to be pretty stable, so. Guys looking at the outside, can't quite get there. Oh, there's someone underneath another 3 wide. Oh, there they go. There they go. There's the wreck. Oh, the Rockets 48 with Stephen Gale. No caution. Surprisingly. 50 George Garcia also wrecked. There's the caution flag. And after the 99, the 80 get involved in it. The 11 goes around. The 45 gets a lot of damage. The 97, I saw him kind of getting bounced off of cars there. He managed to keep it straight, but he's got some damage in that. Hershey Chevrolet. Look back at what happened there. A lot of movement around in the front, and obviously going through after the lead, and kind of getting into a crash and all. So 10 laps though on the green, a pretty good run, especially to start off the race. So we're gonna take a look at what exactly happened. It started, looks like, with the outside lane. See the 3 wide for second, the 50. I'm not quite sure why it gets turned inside, but it kind of gets turned inside. The 97 actually does the same. So they go down the track. It's been a net code between the 50 and the 48. And then it's actually maybe even a net code there. Yeah, a lot of net code actually. The 97 makes net code with the 71. And then as the 48 gets turned up the track, he goes back into the 50. 50 hits the wall at a really bad angle, spins down the track. More net code between him and the 99. 99 then hits the 80. They both managed to miss the 48 who's spinning. And then Russell Canny into the number 88. She gets sides once again. He gets into the 99. And they all spin around, and 99 goes in. They said, well, pretty hard. Oh, wow, he actually flipped over. Okay. Can't have Talladega, so that car's flipping over, right? So, a pretty weird wreck. I'm not quite sure what exactly turned around that 50 machine, because it just kind of came out of nowhere. Oh, looks like actually the 4 of Kirk Mills went up to block him. Also got him sideways. And then it was just a lot of net code, and then the 48 and the 50 get together. And besides the 48 and the 50 spinning out there, that wouldn't have been a wreck for anybody else. So it would have been just fine. But with all the net code happening there, it did not go very well. So I'm going to run on board now with the 48 machine of Stephen Gale. Cruising behind the 4, goes to the top lane. Realizes this is 3 wide. He stays, goes underneath the 4. All of a sudden they get hit. Gets hit right rear, tries to save it, spins on the track, scrapes the right rear of the 8, but that's all they got actually out of it. So it does not look like really any significant damage for the number 8 machine there. Actually, the 48 machine. But yeah, right side damage and a little bit of nose damage, but not terrible. Definitely pretty repairable, optional repairs wise. But these guys do have 5 fast repairs, so. So now right on board with George Garcia in the number 50 machine. You see the 4 up the block, not really a good point to block, and it just gets kind of sideways and it goes on from there pretty much. So he gets worked around. Tough break for him. Actually, almost hits the 91 and he goes flying through the accident. I'm going to go on board Russell Candy in the number 80 machine. Cars everywhere. Oh, man. Just goes to the 99, goes for a spin, but I don't think he hit anything, so. Sorry for that. I have no idea what. Just there. That was very odd. for your patience. Again, I'm not quite sure what's happening there. I'm sorry. Certainly something glitched there. My apologies. As it looks like the summon machine actually had to leave the race, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, so back live, running good, all in the green. Okay. Yeah, again, apologies for that. Not quite sure what happened. Honestly, that was very weird. Not had that happen in a long time. So again, I apologize for that. Not quite sure what in the world actually happened there. But we're back live. All rolling. Good as good. Good to go. So anyhow, trying to see really feels the green flag. Got a bit of damage on the right front, but that shouldn't affect him like really anything at all. And 71 of Max Newell on the outside. Then you have Kirk Mills, George Garcia, Caney, Jeffrey Price. The 11 there. I got Ryan Flanagan for the Hofstetter. The 91 of Jason Tripp for Road Armor. And there's 48 Stephen Gale. Leading, rounding out your fields, but I get back going. Green flag here from Talladega. We had 10 laps under green flag to start off the race. We're going to see now how long we can go in this run. Let's see the caution flag fly as the pace car is on pit road. We're going to go back. Green flag. There we go. Green flag's out on the gas. And roll once again from Talladega. Going up to the gears and up to full son. Eagles Kenny actually going his teammate the 50 right there. But they're all behind the Hardy's entry there of Max Newworth with the 45 of Jeffrey Price up on the outside. Now Ryan Flanagan gonna try to go up there with him. 45 goes way up the racetrack at 50, trying to push the 71 to the race lead. Looks like he has the advantage. Will he get clear? Not quite. Not quite clear. And SUL actually gonna drop down in front of the 8 of Trenton Sneed, pick up the race lead. As you see the pack of cars right there, about a dozen or so cars. 99 is actually currently one lap down, so, but, and along with Stephen Gale, but everybody else, Jerry Funk also is 4 laps down actually, but everybody else is only a lap, so. Side by side, that's by Trenton Sneed, actually love that lap. Right now, again, lap down, so you know he's up in that 5th position, not actually in 5th. A bit of shaking bacon going on right here. So the 99 and the 48 are racing for the lucky dog position. So side by side right now, that you see, so. Jerry Funk actually is not on the racetrack, it looks like, so. Never mind about that, but so this is the lucky dog position as we come across the finish line. Across the finish line, looks like 71. Let that time by the stripe with the 8. Now trying to get the advantage through turns 1 and 2. 4 is a bit squirrely, but nothing too bad. We went back green on lap 16, so we've completed 1 green flag lap, or excuse me, 2 green flag laps so far. Technically it was lap 15, but we crossed over on a 16 immediately, so that doesn't want to count. This would be the 3rd green flag lap here. These guys definitely seem a lot teamer like they were at Daytona this season. Saw a lot of cautions there. So I think these guys know they're going to chase, so it's a little bit more crucial to make sure you don't get wrecked out here. And of course, not be super aggressive, but these guys have also learned, you know, maybe draft a little bit better. I'm trying to see actually gets pushed to the race lead by the 50 of George Garcia. So now he'll get out to the race lead, it drops down in front of the 71 of Max Newworth. He might try to go to the top here. Gonna try, got barely just cleared. The 48 actually leaves the outside lane with a 50, so I can go to the inside lane and push the 8 machine. Again, he is a lap down, so he's not in a race position. He's just trying to beat the 99 to get the lucky dog. Because on the 4, Kirk Mills tries to go to his outside, 3 wide now. And they are now 3 wide. Back fair in about 5th position on track. 48 ahead of the 99 for right now. They're side by side. 71 Max Newworth lead this time by at the stripe. Gives us another lead change. Trying to see it right there on his rear bumper, which is a little bit tore up actually. Now the 8 gonna ditch him, goes to the top. They get pushed for the 50, the 48 as 99. Unfortunately, Hofstetter again, one lap down though. Can push to 71 here. 901. Jason Tripp right there behind him. Got the 37 Ron Armour. The Ryan Flanagan back there. 11 actually by himself. They got the 45 to 80 and the 4. Oh, way back here actually. As now a huge run on the outside of the 80. Excuse me, the 8 and the 50 both go out in front of the 71 machine of Max Neuwirth. As then the 48 Stephen Gale ditched. Absolutely no help in that top lane. As Ron Armour going to try to come up here and pick him up, but he's going to back in line behind. So now 48 will fall in line behind the guy he's trying to get ahead of. It's not actually will go to the top. I'm sure the 48 will probably ditch him here. And it looks like I'm trying to see will lead this time by at the stripe. 20 laps completed. Oh, got some contact. 37 at the outside wall. Looks like he managed to save it though. There was some contact between him and the 91. 37 now, a lot of damage on that machine. Look back at what happened here. It looks like 91 maybe came up the track into the 37, and then you saw the contact right there. Pretty hard hit actually in the outside wall. Until like now from the chopper camera. Oh, actually been a net guard right there, so nothing either one of those drivers could have done. It's unfortunate for both those drivers, but especially the 37, he got the worst. He got the bad end of the stick right there for sure. He got quite a bit of damage and is way behind the draft, so it's going to hurt him a lot. But now trying to see getting pushed by 2 lap cars, 48 and the 99, as George Garcia gets pushed by Max Neuwirth and Jason Tripp up in that top lane. So 6 laps completed of green flag here, so we're about to beat the record of the first run. This guy's done a great job so far of staying Clinton green. Which is what we always like to see. Already a quarter way through the race, so. As the 48 currently has the free pass position if that caution does come out. Neither one of those drivers are involved, but this pack has already gotten shrinked down just looks like 6 cars. Then you got the pack back here. Got Ryan Flanagan by himself. In between both, got the 4, the 80, the 45, and a big gap with the 37 right there. Got wrecked. The 11 is slow in the apron with some sort of issues, but he's kind of one lap down and it's scoring 12th place. He's not really had much good luck so far in this race anyhow, fortunately. But trying to see now, gonna get pushed to the race lead with the 48. So we're side by side, the 50 of George Garcia on the outside. Gonna try to get the advantage on the outside, maybe work some side draft, get the run off the corner like you usually do. And then try to lead this time by at the stripe. It's a bit of contact right there. The 71 of Max Neuwirth pushing him. So now it looks like George Garcia will, in fact, get the lead. Pulls down in front of trying to seed into number 8 entry. So as they race down the back straightaway into turn 3. Single file so far up front. Nobody double file actually. Except for back here, Jeff Price. I got tucked back in line behind Kirk Mills, however. 11 actually make a pit stop, but he's going to be several laps down now. So 8 trying to push George Garcia. Actually, will try to go to the inside. There we go for the race lead. 50, excuse me, will block. As the 48 goes to the outside of the 8, just ahead of the 99. They're working around a lap cars on the apron. The 11 is going to go 4 laps down, I believe, now. So 91 Jason Tripp now getting up in here. The 71 right there behind him versus Ryan Flanagan actually has caught this pack somehow. As trying to see actually gets forced out of line. He's going to go to the top side. Meanwhile, 48, oh, got some shaking going on right there. 91 almost getting turned. Got the outside lane with 3 cars, the inside with 3 cars. There goes Ryan Flanagan. Actually did kind of catch a pack. I think we were trying to stay out of the harm's way, I guess. So he's kind of right there in the draft, but not too far back. Because now actually the 8 of Trinity looks like he'll get pushed ahead and lead us by the stripe thanks to the 48 of Stephen Gale. He actually will get clear both his cars. He get clear. Now the 48 going to try to drop low, and the 8 is over some contacts. 48 goes to the inside to get his lap back the hard way. The 99 actually will follow. So both those guys get the lap back, and the 8 of Trinity gets ditched by lap cars. So now the 48 will not be one lap down at the current moment, along with the 99. Actually, they're both now ahead of the race leaders. This is some contact for the race lead. 50 George Garcia and the 8 of Trinity still side by side. 71 dives down the inside underneath the 91. George Garcia looks like he'll get pushed up ahead here. Ryan Flanagan is still sticking on behind these guys. So it looks like the 8 actually will get passed by everybody, as there's nobody up there on the top side with him. There's 71 now. Max Newell is going to try to make a run at the outside. 50 go up there in front of him. 71 now ditches him, leaves him out to dry. Tucks the line behind the 99. The bumper. Oh man, the 8 almost hooks the 50 around. Teammates right there. Push to the corners is not something you want to do, but we've actually so far gone 12 laps here at a green flag. If they complete this time by, so. This will be 12 laps completed on a green flag. Good run so far. 50 George Garcia gonna get pushed for the 8 of Trenton Seed. And they're actually, looks like they'll get pushed up ahead of the 48 of Steve Gale, but again, those guys, just to remind you, are lapped. So, the 50, the 8, the 91, the 71, and the 9 are all in the lead lap. Everybody else is a lap down in this pack. And a 50 actually gets clear of the inside lane, he'll drop down in front of the 48. Stephen Gale leaves the 8 of Trenton Seed out to dry. So he's going to fall way back here behind a lot of these guys. So now that puts the 99 and 48 back one lap down. The 48 actually sticks his nose underneath the 50 of George Garcia. Aggressive racing to get his lap back. But that will put Stephen Gale back out on the lead lap. And probably as long as the 8, actually 8 is maybe a wreck. That 71 pushes the 8, but luckily he backs off. Max Newworth, a great job right there to push him up ahead and get him behind the 50, but not too much to run him over. I thought he should have, he was going to run him over right there, but they made it all work. So far, so good here. Now the 50 George Garcia gets pushed to the race lead. Once again, the 8 will get clear as well. He's going to drop down in front of the 48 Stephen Gale. George Garcia continues to pace these guys around this 2.66 mile speedway. Super speedway, excuse me. Well, Trenton Seed trying to make a run though with Stephen Gale. Will it go down low on the 50 machine? 50 goes to block. 14 laps on the green flag. The 48 Stephen Gale on the outside, but most of these guys are actually single file right now. The 8 of Trenton Seed continues to stay behind the 50. Actually, now looks like he'll go to the outside. Does he get help though from Stephen Gale? No, he's gonna go out and do absolutely nothing right now. There's no help from behind. 91 actually hits the apron there. So no help whatsoever for the 8 of Trenton Seed, and he'll fall way back here. Plus in line behind the 99. Just in front of the 71 here. We've seen them work together a couple times here. Will that happen once again? There it goes. The 8 and 71 to the top side. I'll work their way around the 99 machine, excuse me. Gonna try to get around the 48 as well. But listen, someone actually ditch him, goes back down to the bottom. So 50 laps to go now from Talladega. I see 37 will over armor again with that damage. It's getting turned to the outside wall. Gonna get put a lap down here, unfortunately. And with the 48 and the 99 both 1 lap down, he'll probably not be able to get his lap back very easily here. Without at least a couple cautions. Just come back, complete another circuit around the track. So they're starting to go lap down. Actually, the 4 of Kirk Mills all by himself. He's one of the chase drivers, so they're really crucial right there. I see 11. He's already quite a few laps down. However, 3 laps down currently. 45 just Price and 80 Russell Caney still working together, but oh, there's some moves going on. The 71 down in front of the 91 to go underneath the 99 again. Guy on the outside gonna get left out to dry. Now, Max Lewis works his way up into 3rd on position-wise, but 2nd, as then the 48 Steve Gale tries to look underneath the 50. George Garcia very close, almost turns him around though. Now it looks like, oh, we got a car in the grass. That is the 4 machine of Kirk Mills, and that will bring the caution flag out. For the 2nd time here tonight, we had such a long green flag run, but I'm not quite sure what happened to the 4 machine right there. Going along by himself, and intentional cautions. Yeah, it's pretty obviously what happened right there. So anyhow, that will burn us the caution flag. Gives the 48 of Stephen Gale actually that lap back. So that hard-fought battle there the entire time actually will give him that lap back. You see me his lap back right there. Well, we had a long green flag run. Unfortunately, got ended by lap car, almost lap car, spin themselves out, but. Guess that's the thing to do when you get spun out. Or when you lose a draft, I'm sorry, just spin yourself out. Sounds about right. So we completed 32 laps of green flag, or 31 laps. With a caution in between, so not bad. 1 caution for 31 laps. Actually, all the way from lap 16, so. Actually, we did 16 laps on green flag, so pretty long run right there. For sure, as these guys I had to pit road, get some fuel and tires. Looks like the 50 machine roll off first. Then comes the 71 Max Newworth off 2nd. So they're going to say 1-2. Ross Caney going to come off in 3rd. Then comes 80 Trenton Steed. This is the 91 of Jason Tripp. And then get 45 of Jeffrey Price. So you see Stephen Gale getting his lap back. But now he's going to have to try to pit here. Hope for the best. Professor Hofstadter looks like he actually might stay out. He'll get the waiver. I want to have to see. But once again, on the first commercial break, they'll go right back.
nice to drive a fast sprint car.
Couple of separate lines developing. Three-wide action on a turn 2. Craig Kinzer, Casey Kane, and Kieran Pittman going at it.
I think the differences between, NASCAR and the sprint races on dirt is just a much different mindset. The way you drive your cars, the setup, the feel you're looking for. I think one of the hardest things to tell as a fan is when you're watching a race, whether it's a NASCAR race, a dirt race, is just what's really going on in the car. With iRacing, you can get the way that the track's changing, which they've done a great job in how the track changes throughout the night or throughout the race, just to try to capture it and let the fans play it and realize, like, man, there's actually a lot going on, and you can't always see that when you watch a race. So I think it's pretty neat. It's, enjoyable for me, but at the end of the day, it's actually much of a simulation, and there's a lot of ways that you can learn from that. And, early on, it was neat to look at the Cup tracks that I was going to, places that I had never been. So I think it kind of gives you a head start leading into a weekend. It's pretty real life, and that's pretty neat.
Team racing allows multiple iRacing members to team up and race together, just like in real-world endurance series. Teammates can share driving duties, spot for one another, or be a crew chief. Team racing is free, both to join a team and to create one. Each teammate races on his or her own computer from wherever they want to. Your teammates can be anywhere in the world, and changing drivers mid-race is as easy as a click of a button. iRacing features team endurance events ranging from just a couple of hours to 24 hours in length. So, if you fancy taking part in an iRacing endurance race in the future, you can learn more about team racing on the teams page on the member website.
Like live here to Talladega, Super Series race number 9 of the BHR JenMar Management Series. About to go back green flag here. The pace car is in. Ready to get set to go back under the green flag and phone the second caution flag of the night. 3 laps will be halfway here in this one. As 50 Machine and George Garcia lead the field to the green flag. The green flag is flying on the way here from Talladega. Big restart by the 80 trying to see. He's going to push the center one of Max Newirth. Try to get around the 50 here of George Garcia. We're going to see if that works out. Got 50 with his teammate there, the 80 of Russell Caney. So got some teammates working together on the inside lane. Jeff Price line out there behind him. On the 91 of Jason Tripp, 48 Stephen Gale. Got the 4 Kirk Mills back there as well. Coming off longest green flag run here we've had so far in this race. Will we see some more caution flags fly, or will we stay green for a much longer time here? There's a lot of 50 machine has some connection issues right there. As the US kind of gotta push them 2 laps to go before we get to halfway official here. .45 gonna go up in front of the 4 of Kirk Mills there. This is the 4, try to go on the outside 3 wide by himself. That won't work, so maybe it will. I don't know. It doesn't usually work if he goes by anywhere really by himself, but we're gonna pass them both down low. The 45 to price and go back down low. He got ditched. He's now Max Zero's gonna push for the Tennessee, trying to get in front of the 50, who's kind of blinking out once again there. They're side by side entering the trial. Looks like the 50 will have the advantage through the trial. No mind. The 71 Max North on the outside actually has that advantage. He'll leave that time by at the stripe. So now work our way on to lap 40. As though the 71 will get ditched by the 8. Almost. No, he does not. He's going to fall back in line behind him. He almost went down in front of the 50, but couldn't quite be able to do it. Oh, he gets hooked! Around goes to 80, also Caney. Around goes to 71. He doesn't hit the inside wall. 2-car accident. 80 back at the racetrack. No caution flag goes out. Only 2-car incident. Oh, there's a caution flag. And now Brennan sent the 3rd caution flag of the night now. Look like what happened there. Caution thrown by league officials. Which, no surprise, really. I mean, it was a pretty big wreck. Not too many guys involved, but as you see right there, the 71 just gets bumper hooked with the 8, and trying to see just 71 goes up the track just a bit, the 8 goes down the track just a little bit. He's trying to push him in the corner, which doesn't really work, and fortunately, just bumper hook, classic bumper hook. It happens all the time here at play tracks, and nowhere for us, so Caney to go in the 80 entry. The 71's is right there as well. He locks it down, hits the inside wall pretty hard. That's pretty much going to make him have to use fast, but the 80 Russ Caney actually got into the outside wall as well, so he's definitely going to use a fast speed, which he's already had to use one of so far, so. Now go on board with the 80 Russell Caney now. And nothing he can do for sure. Goes for a spin. And into the outside wall he goes. So I'm going to go on board with the number 8 of Trent Sneed. He's pushing. And I had to push around the 1 to Max Newworth, and that's all it takes. If we look at now, it's a chopper camera. Upper hook. Locks it down and almost keeps it out against the wall, but not enough. It's going to against the wall. Pretty hard angle. But nothing too severe, but it's going to use fast spare because the car is too damaged not to. Looks like actually all our front rows are actually head on pit road. Trying to seed. It's the 91. Just a triple stay out along with the 48 Stephen Gale. 99 for the Hofstetter. He'll stay out. Which actually kind of helped him right there because he needed a caution. 50 George Garcia actually oversees his pit stall out of the race lead. 37 actually going to roll out. There's Kirk Mills in his pit stall. Russell Caney getting his damage fixed. 71 11 having some pit stop issues as well. 71 actually does not look like you're actually using a fast spare. It's kind of just my surprise because that nose is extremely damaged. It's going to take a lot of time optional. I would not suggest doing that. You pretty much need to use fast spare. Jeff Price going off third here. Ryan Flanagan still in his pit stall. See if we can't get a word in here with some of your drivers race leader trying to see currently. Stay on the racetrack. Let's see if we can get a word in with him here. Tracy, you got your happy?
Yes, sir.
So Trinity currently finding yourself in the race lead as we just crossed over to the halfway point. You're coming in under the 3rd caution flag of the night. You've been up front most of the race. Fortunately, I kind of bumper hooked the 71 there and kind of you know, caused that last caution. But we've seen a lot of group like racing so far. How do you feel your chances to win this race?
I don't think I've ever felt so confident in a race car or in a race in a very long time. This car, there's something about it's magic. I can put it wherever I want it to go, and it just freaking moves. Also, I kind of feel bad for that bumper hook. I thought I hit him pretty square, but obviously just a tad over aggressive and ended up wrecking half the field. Don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, we've seen obviously, you know, a lot of kind of beating and banging actually going on. Nothing really, nobody really wrecking as much. I'm honestly my surprised because there's a lot of times like, oh, that should be a wreck, and they somehow managed to not wreck. So the cars feel a little more stable than when we went to Daytona, or just your thoughts on the difference between Daytona, which we saw a lot of cautions happening, and so far in this one only 3, and we're only just past halfway.
It is definitely a lot cleaner. I'm going to take a guess. It's just the track is, like, a lot wider. You actually got markings, I guess, like the lines to tell you where you are on the track. It makes it easier to hold your line. And for me personally, I got a great spotter, Stephen Farr. He's just overachieving for me. It's been fantastic having him help me out through this.
All right, well, sounds good. Congratulations on leading the race, I guess. 11 laps so far, and good luck on your chances to win here today.
Yeah, I think I have a good shot. Thank you. Hey, Steven, am I back in the spot chat? Hello?
Little difficulties right there. I interviewed him and didn't notice that. Well, he was in a team channel, and I apparently didn't have permission to put that in there, so apologies for that. But he's still going to lose the race. Should get the 1 to go signal this time by. His car lights should go out here. So 1 lap to go. He's got to set up double file, turn the seed. The field to the green flag. Got 91. They just trip on the outside. Stephen Gale, Frederick Hofstetter, row 2. pace car. ISTARCOM official Ford Mustang pace car heads to the safety of pit road and leads field back to the green. Leads this field back to the green flag. The green flag is in the air and away once again from Talladega and up to the third gear trying to seed. Got a pretty good restart right there with the 99 and a push 91 as a 48 kind of soup with the wheel right there. It's going to stay a little bit further behind. So it looks like the 91 might get a maybe advantage here. Never mind. The 48 going to get back up with the rear bumper with the 80 trying to sneed. These guys all bunched up. Like saying goes, cautions breed cautions. After the four spun out by himself. I have a bunch of guys. Already saw that one caution happen. I might see another one as this field's all bunched up. As Tennessee looks like he might get a front 48 Stephen Gale. Will he go up top? They one kind of swerving back and forth though. Will he try it? Yes, he will. 48 Stephen Gale actually side drafts nicely to the outside of Tennessee. Unfortunately, he doesn't have enough help to make that run happen. So that 50 Tennessee, or excuse me, 50 Georgia Garcia push to 80 Tennessee. He'll get that lap led with 35 laps to go now from Talladega. Oh, there's the 80 Russell Caney 3-1 on the outside of the 99. 99 ain't going to give him very much room, though. The 80 trying to side draft him to get a run all by himself on the top. He actually has the run. He's going to go to the top of Stephen Gale. 3 wide now for second. Aggressive moves. Stephen Gale now in the middle. Actually, about to go for the race lead, potentially. And now Frontier Hofstad is now behind him. Is 90-1. Jason Tripp has gone the inside. Jeffrey Price and Ryan Flanagan. Or excuse me, Max Newirth up there to help him with Ryan Flanagan behind. These guys jumping around, a lot of movement in this field. Lap 46 now in the books. Still have 34 laps to go. Oh, no. Oh, no, they don't save it. Cautious read cautions. Right, Sucani again gets wrecked. 91 Jason Tripp. 45 Jeffrey Price going the wrong way. The 8-toe meter, I'm sorry. The 11 involved. He's lapped down though. 71 gets more damage, I believe, out of it. Look back what happened there. This guy's, I don't know, I think the 91 went way at the racetrack. No idea why. Look back what happened here. Looks like the 4 machines put it behind the wall. Pretty sure why, but. So you have the 91 Jason Tripp, and I mean, he took a trip to the outside. I don't know why he did that. I mean, I don't honestly know how to describe that. Yeah, he just turned right to go left and hooked the 80, and that's what caused the accident. I have no idea why that was even a thing. I don't know if he thought it was clear. That's what I'm guessing happened, because, I mean, he just drove straight at the racetrack. Like, he didn't turn for the corner or anything. He was straight at the racetrack into the left corner. Russell Caney gets turned sideways to go down the track. The 11 then hits the 80 of Russell Caney. 91 goes back at the racetrack, hits Russell Caney once again. He goes up, hits the Jeffrey Price, goes into the outside wall, then hits the back of the 91 machine. Oh, for getting hooked around himself. And go on board now with the 45 machine, Jeffrey Price. Just happened right in front of him. You see the 91 on the bottom, and yep, no idea what happened there. There's that, and then nowhere for him to go. Looks like he was going to get through, and then all of a sudden it does not go that way, and gets turned around. So, not quite sure what happened there, but the only thing that did happen, I noticed, was that my interview curse was lifted and did not strike the 8 attendance need. So, I mean, I kind of did because I couldn't give him back on the voice channel, but it's still all good. Once we get back on another quick commercial break, we'll go right back.
When I was 16 years old, I was working at a Goodyear tire store, and my boss actually built an old dirt car, street stock Monte Carlo. Went with him one night, fell in love with it. It was a hell of a race, hell of a party, and a big fight afterwards. I was like, this is it. This is it for me. It wasn't long after that, I was driving an old 78 Camaro out of the weeds at that guy's farm. We pulled that thing out and made a race car out of it, and away we went. You
You know, I think a driver has more to do with the equation going back and racing dirt, whether it's a modified, a late model. You can do more with the race car. You know, the harder you drive it, a lot of times, the better it goes. You can crawl up on that wheel and feel like you made the difference at the end of the night. Asphalt car, you can't overdrive them. Well, that was the first thing that I had to learn right off the bat is, oh my gosh, I've got to discipline myself, not overdrive this thing, and that's how you get the most out of it. Truth be told, communicating the right information to your crew and your crew chief so they can do their job and make their appropriate adjustments for you to go faster and do your job is probably 90% of the game in our world. I've always loved late models. You know, my dream was to be a late model driver driving for a living across the country like Daryl and Don do that drive for me. I mean, that was, truth be told, that was my dream, you know. I always wanted a semi. I always wanted a stacker trailer with 2 hot rods in it and let's go racing. Let's take off with your buddies and go race and chase that dream. Never in a million years did I think it would turn into a Cup Series, and I actually have an opportunity to own 2 you know, dirt late model teams. When you think of iRacing, you don't think of a video game. It's not. It's way above and beyond any of that. You know, dirt racing changes so much. The track changes so much. Being able to capture that, to, you know, experience all those details that surround dirt racing and make dirt racing what it is what makes iRacing so cool, because they did nail all of that. I knew when they came to our shop and scanned cars and went to the detail of getting that car right, I knew that it was going to be over the top, because it blew my mind just the work that went into making sure the car itself was legit. This sport has been around a long time. The competition can't be replaced, and that's what brings people back to the racetrack week in and week out.
We're last today, Talladega's up to speed, back on the restart now. Flip up 52 of 80. Stephen Gale on the outside, Max Smooth on the inside. Good trying to see George Garcia right there, tucked up behind both of those cars. 29 laps to go now. What will happen? We're going to take a look at Russ Summer here quickly. 51 laps completed, 29 laps to go. 17 lead changes, only 4 cautions for 11 laps. It's a pretty good record so far. Hopefully we can try to keep it that way. I'm not coming around here to complete the first lap on the green of the restart. This is the restart, I should say. 80 trying to see pushing that center one machine of Max North out to the lead. 48 actually, Stephen Gale fights back on the outside for the lap lead. It'll go to the 48 of Stephen Gale. Get that lap lead, pick up a lead change as well. And I believe that might be his first lap lead so far. No, he's actually led 3, never mind. Game push to the 50 right there of George Garcia. Someone actually does have some damage in the left rear corner, whole front end. Actually, he did not hit, remember, he got turned around there, hooked by the 8. He's down behind him anyhow. And ended up in the inside wall in that whole ordeal. He's actually out here leading the race, which is pretty crazy. Even with that damage, he's still pushing. So I didn't think he was going to have any contention at all, but still going without the damage. So it's pretty surprising, honestly. Did that, of course, but Stephen Gale trying to still fight him on the outside. Looks like actually Stephen Gale will get clear now. Does he drop down in front? Yes, he does. George Garcia now going to get pushed by his teammate Russell King to try to get to the outside of those guys. Oh, Russell King almost bumper hooking his teammate. Is not going to be very good if it happens. To the side by side, George Garcia now looks like he'll get pushed up ahead. Oh man, Russell King getting back of George Garcia. Now looks like he'll try to drop down in front of the inside lane. Yes, he does. Jeffrey Price almost gonna get forced 3 wide. Looks like Ryan Flegg, even though we're back out of that. It's now Stephen Gale gonna push George Garcia. They've been hooked up a lot of this race so far, and now they're gonna hook up again once again on the inside. George Garcia tapped by at the stripe. Now he'll pull up in front of Russell Canyon to try to go get the race lead. As now he's gonna back all the way up to the 71, and Max Neworth George Garcia, that is. Oh, bumper hook! There it goes. No. Oh my gosh, Jeffrey Price is dead. 91 gets hooked, and Ryan Flanagan involved. Trying to see makes it through all of it. 45, 48 all total. Another classic bumper hook. Oh boy. I'm quite sure who hooked them around. I'm about to look here. Maybe they're 80 Russell Caney, or it look like it happened here. Yeah, indeed it was Russell Caney in the number 80 machine. Just exactly what we saw happen last time. The 8 hooked the 71, and the 80 just dumped to the 48. And that's all it takes. George Garcia, unfortunately, gets right hooked out of the race lead. 99 gets some small pieces of that. Oh my gosh, these guys piling in. There's Jeffrey Price, absolutely destroyed. Launched in the air, upside down, bouncing all around. No idea how Trent C makes it through all this. Sucks to the bottom, he's it wide open pretty much. I'm gonna run on board now with the 48 of Stephen Gale. That's all it took. That's all it takes. Excuse me. Go on board now with also Canyon here. Hooks him. And then he clips the 58 as he goes up, or excuse me, the 50 as he goes up the racetrack. I actually got hit again. Oh, there's actually a separate incident here. It looks like the 11 machine. The 11 actually makes it through the wreck somehow. And then just tries to miss the 99, ends up hitting the 80, which turns the 99 around in the process. Then he goes into the inside wall. So he actually made it through the wreck, tries to check out to avoid the 99. It's easy to see in the front of the 99, checks out for the caution, and just runs in the side of the 80 machine, hooks around the 99 in the process. They're on board with the 45 machine, Jeffrey Price. Behind all of these guys. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Good lord. Feeling now from the blimp cam. I got on board with the 8 machine and Trenton Sneed. So he actually made it through all of this. There's the spin. He brakes. Oh, I think he did clip the 50 just a little bit. The 9 gets hooked into the 91. They got the second wreck happening up here. Tries to run all of it. Perfect. That was certainly interesting. That put us on out of the 5th caution flag of the night. It's currently Max Newworth in the race lead. Yeah, Will Runhammer in second. Let's talk to him. He's been back to the front a lot here tonight. We're on, gonna copy.
Yep, gotcha.
So, Will, you've been kind of up and down night for you so far. Looks like you had some maybe wheel issues there in the gridding, so you had to start the race in the pits about 1 or 2 laps down. You got tore up there. No caution came out for it. Fell back. No, a couple of laps down, if I can say that correctly. And now you find yourself in second place, back in the front and in a second thing. So it's like what your issues that you've had and have been able to work back up to second.
Yeah, well, there's one main issue, and it's that I'm driving with a mouse right now because my steering wheel decided to tank on me before the race. So that's made things a little bit interesting. But I turned the sensitivity all the way up, and I've been able to hold the line pretty well, I think. And I've gotten really lucky on the past 2 wrecks and been able to make it through. But driving with a mouse is definitely interesting, and I would not want to do it again.
Yeah, that sounds pretty difficult. I'm actually pretty pretty surprised to hear that, and obviously pretty impressed the fact you did not hit the outside of the wall and wrecked yourself. So that's
Yeah, it's it's pretty hard.
yeah, I imagine so. So just talking about chances of winning the race, I would say survival with driving the mouse. But do you feel like you have a chance to win this race, or what do you feel like your plans are for the rest of this race?
If I can just hold my line pretty well, I think I'll have a pretty good chance. I probably won't be able to lead, but maybe if things fall my way towards the end, and if I get some breaks and some people wreck, maybe I can find myself in the front at the end. We'll just have to see how things go.
Alrighty, we'll go luck on the rest of the race there, Will, and try not to wreck it, I guess.
Yeah, I'll try my best. Thanks.
Alright, so number 37 machine, Will Armor. Definitely glad now I talked to him. Driving with a mouse. That sounds extremely difficult, but a lot of props there. So based on this caution flag, I think we should go at one green here. And when the green signal goes out, Pit's got back, about to make its way onto the safety of pit lane. This guy's going here once again. This time Max Newirth again will fill the green flag. Actually did last time. We'll do it here once again. Gotta get set. Hit the green flag here. Green flag is flying. Max Newirth will fill to the green flag, and already a push the 99 to the 37. I'm honestly surprised. Look at how does he do that? That takes a lot of skill right there. Trying to see gonna go up a guy in front of the mouse driver. Or actually push him. Rotom actually doing a fantastic job with that mouse. So, Rotom with John the mouse is gonna push the 8-inch Trent Sneed, trying to push him up ahead. As looks like Max with will lead that by at the stripe. 50 Garcia pushing him as we now reach 20 laps to go in this one. Oh, and right was the 71. He gets hooked. Looks like there was some lag there though. Actually manages to save it, so very interesting there. And then the 3 wide, the guy on the mouse in the middle is probably not going to go very well. Rotom are keeping it though, doing a great job. Gonna push the 99 or Fletcher Hofstetter. Trying to see gonna drop to the back here because of that. Whereas Garcia now gonna get pushed to the lead by Jeffrey Price. As I come through the trial over here, get to 19 laps to go. Oh, Stephen Gale, very close. Oh, he managed just to save it. What a save by the 48 of Stephen Gale. Almost got in the back of Jeffrey Price. Then he had to go up to avoid getting turned. Goes up, almost gets to the 37. The guy who's driving a mouse. Great job, everybody right there, not to wreck. But what I see right here, no, man. Oh, there they go. Stephen Gale, oh, there they go. Oh, big one once again. Stephen Gale actually keeps the car straight. They all keep the car straight. No, Stephen Gale trying to fishtail, and he's going to spin around. And now bring out another caution flag here. And they all managed to save it, and then yeah. Not quite sure what happened there. But that brought another caution flag. Take a look back at what happened here. Cause this incident. They almost hit the 9 of Ryan Flynn goes up doors, 91, Jason Tripp. They're all good. They're 3 wide. And the 48 Stephen Gale just goes up the racetrack. 37's there, and they get hooked together. 37 goes up the racetrack. It looks like actually the 99, Fraser Hofstetter went down the track to try to avoid the accident. Right hooks the 91 in the process. They both go up, hit the wall at a bad angle. And, the 11 and 37 all make it through, looks like, for the most part. Stephen Gale actually herbing in it. Hits the wall a couple times, and then finally hits it head on, spins around, backs on the wall, and then gets back going. So, yeah, not quite sure what exactly happened there, but goes to the racetrack, and that's what bring out. That's caution. He actually saved it until 99 right hooked the 91 at the racetrack into him. So 91 came flying through there. So take a look now, right on board with the 91 machine, Jason Tripp. And she pretty much got right hooked in that. Right behind the 48 Stephen Gale, and you can see right here. It's door by the 9, 37 goes down a little bit, 48 goes up the racetrack. Actually, maybe a bit of netcode actually, couldn't quite tell, but it looks like maybe a bit of netcode. 48 climbs the wall. Actually, 91 has issues with the car not steering. His steering actually broke on the 91 machine. Let's take a look here at it. The steering in that 91 actually machine broke. He's not even able to steer the car here. You can store with the 9, the 48 hits a 37. They're all good though. They actually save it. And then the 99 rear hooks the 91 up into the track. And that's actually going to break the steering on the 91 machine. You can't steer the car. Looks like the splitter's actually on the ground, so the front axle having some sort of issues, the front suspension failing or something like that. He's steering the wheels, so the car is not turning. Starts going, uses the wall to bounce off of. But the car still won't steer, so he can't even get to pit road. And it's going to have to make him tow. Unfortunately, so that will cost Chris. That looks like he just got back to his car though. Looks like it's all fixed, so he's gonna try to give up another shot here. George Garcia, excuse me, currently leads the field. See if he can't put in the broadcast booth now. It's okay, you got a copy.
Yeah, I got a copy.
So George currently finding himself in the race lead with 24 laps to come across the finish line out of 64, so only 40 laps he's not led yet. But you've been up front all race long even when you weren't leading those laps, and you've been in contention for the majority of this one. So how do you feel about your chances here to try to pick up the victory here at Talladega?
Well, I feel great. I might actually win this race, but it's Talladega. We may never know. Anything can happen.
And of course, you know, we know you're part of Carnage Racing there, so your teammates with that 80 machine. He's going to restart the lineup behind you here. And I'm not sure if your teammates in the race or not. I know it's 7 left. But you have any guys that have kind of worked with you most of the race and you might try to work with here to pick up the victory? Or what are your plans here?
I think Russell was the one that was helping me out, but yeah. Let's go get this win.
Alrighty, well, we wish you the best of luck in trying to do so, and I'll touch talk to you after, George.
Alright.
Alright, that is your current race leader, George Garcia, in the number 50 Mountain Dew Chevrolet. Let's take another quick commercial break. Took a right back.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
The yellow flag is out.
road is now open. Keep your eye on those gauges. We'll give you 4 tires. 3, 2, 1, now. We're done. Get going.
Like live at Talladega. Red, white, green here with 14 laps to go. The question is, can we go green the rest of the way? Release the caution flag. Fly once again. Pace car is in. Goes to sail the field with the green flag. You go scanning there behind him. We got a lot of damage on that machine. So we're gonna see if that affects him here. As he tries to battle for this race lead. Caution. Or excuse me, green flag comes out. Get up to the gears and up to speed here. What will happen in the closing laps? Oh, and around goes the 45. Upside down again for the second time tonight. Look back what happened there. People being over aggressive. That's all it takes. Look back what happened here. The 9 machine riding flanking behind along the 48 Stephen Gale. And looks like the 9 peaked low. Went back at the racetrack and just hooked the 45 of Jeffrey Price. He gets turned down the track, tries to save it, tries not to wreck anybody else. And unfortunately just gets hooked around. That's all it takes. Goes on the outside wall pretty head on. Oh man, the 48 Stephen Gale hits him, launches him up in the air. Climbs up with the center one just a little bit there before landing on the ground. 91 does a great job to miss him along with the 11 machine. As he goes flipping and flying and tumbling out the back straightaway. Spins around like a top, lands back on his wheels. And for some time tonight, he's going to go upside down, get involved in another accident here. So I'm going to go on board now with the number 9 machine of Ryan Flanagan, as that was the start of this accident. And just another hook. Stephen got nothing to do there. He's right there, nothing he can do. Oh man, almost took the 9 actually after that happened. As back with the 48 machine, use a fast repair here. Here, another quick rush break. We'll be right back.
My name is Steven Corpenos. I'm a senior web developer here at iRacing, and I work on the beta UI. It's funny because iRacing has been around for 10 years, but we want to keep delivering the best possible user experience to our customers, and we've found that the old UI isn't exactly what we're trying to deliver in 2018. We want to use new features and provide the best possible experience when using the sim. One of the projects that I've been working on is some custom heat racing configuration for hosted races. We've been listening to our customers. Everyone's been asking for custom heat races. Maybe you want to tweak a few things with the preset iRacing configurations. Well, now you can using the beta UI. So once you're at the home page of the beta UI, you just go to create a race. Then from there you go to your set race options. And you'll notice here under event types you can actually choose heat racing. First, I'm going to show you how to create a new format from scratch. You can choose the number of entrants. And as you can see, when I made that change, the change was actually reflected on the right side in the graph. Also, you can use the estimated duration at the bottom of the graph when you're changing the length to see what the total duration of your event will be. In addition, you can customize every aspect of the session information, practice, qualifying, heat races, consolations, and of course, the final feature race. Because the beta UI allows us to develop features that are robust and complex, this feature will be exclusively available on the beta UI. Once you've made all of the changes, you can hit save. Say you forgot what you selected. You can always preview it using the preview format button. We are very excited to release the brand new heat racing configuration feature that will be available in Season 3 of iRacing.
Once again, photo finish here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Will it be Tim Hogan? It's going to be Christopher DeMeritt at the line.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is Dirt Racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
We're left here to Talladega with the green flag now with 9 laps to go. The pace car back on a pit lane. And can we go green for the rest of the race? That's the question. As George Garcia once again, busy for the green flag, but this time Russell Kennedy now on his outside. We get going. We're going to see how the great restart. 80 Russell Kennedy has the advantage. Over the 71, not that quite hooked up with him as the 80s with the 50. Get up to the gears here. So far, so good. 3 wide already. Max Lewis getting pushed out of line. Price trying to come back to the field if we're getting wrecked right there. He just dropped down low and below row number. Oh, Ryan Flanagan almost making cut of Max Lewis right there. He's in out of line. As so far so good for their Hofstein. Gonna pull out behind Stephen Gale, currently in 3rd. The Price the trigger on the outside of the 91, but doesn't have any help at all. As, we have 8 laps to go from Talladega. I'm not sure where they go. I decided to Price, and I can tell from Ryan Flanagan, the guy hooked around earlier. Trying to work the way back up to the field here in the closing laps. This time by, 7 laps to go. Don't forget, caution goes out, 5 less laps to go. Race under in yellow. Of course, that's not what we want to see, so hopefully it'll go that way. Here comes the travel here. 7 laps go now from Talladega. What will we see happen? Oh, Trinity was hooking around the 50 machine George Garcia, but so far, look at thousands again. They managed to save it somehow. Garcia hanging on to that thing. This time by will be 6 laps to go if they make it to the start finish line before then. They come off turn 4 for the short shoot into the travel. 6 laps to go now from Talladega. What will we see happen? The 45 different price gain. Help Ryan Flanagan now and Will Burnhammer to work their way around. Steve McGale on the outside. He's currently in 3rd. Notice one of the 48 Steve McGale actually maybe racing the mouse too, because he was. Oh, look at the 45 different price. He was hooked. And after Hofstetter on the inside, gonna kill the blue cone, but no caution. He managed to save it. Kept the car straight. No caution. Different price are going to be slow because of that, but the 99 kept the car straight, so there'll be no caution flag. It's put the field up quite a bit, but now trying to see it actually going to get pushed by Stephen Gale around the 50 machine of George Garcia. This time by will be 5 laps to go now from Talladega. 48 Stephen Gale, Oliver above the 8H run his team. We should not to hook him around. 5 to go now. Caution comes out, race will be over. Hopefully we can stay green the rest of the way as this pack's down. Single file and a bit spread out. The 11, the 71, the 80, the 45, and the 99 have all lost drafts. We're pretty much a 4, 5 car, 6 car pack up here to come down the back straightaway now. Garcia trying to make a run to the outside, but Ryan Flanagan going to ditch him. Gets behind a 48 of Stephen Gale. 91 right there, Jason Tripp right there behind him. Oh, the 9 will hook the 48. Pushes him out of the groove, actually. Will get him side by side now for the race lead, but it was almost a wreck. Actually, not be enough to give him the race lead now. Oh, he almost hooks him though. 9 machine of Ryan Flanagan pushes the 48 to the race lead. 48 out will drop low. The 9, oh, contact. I'll save it. 4 to go now from Talladega. Oh, and they get hooked. Now around goes the 48 of Stephen Gale. That'll end the race, and it looks like out front is the 8 of Trinity. He will win here at Talladega as the 48 tries to block the 9. I'm not quite sure if they were trying to hook up together there. I think the 48 was actually trying to go up there to help him out, and ended up turning himself around, unfortunately. Now end the race under caution here. And what was potentially a win there for the 48 of Stephen Gale ends in a spin. I think what he was trying to do was he got pushed for the 9. He was trying to be nice to the 9. He trying to give him the draft and not leave him out to dry. But he wasn't quite clear, and he came up, and the 9 actually came way down the racetrack. I didn't even notice that. And ended up right hooking the 48. He goes up the racetrack. He turns back to the left to try to save it. And unfortunately ends up spinning around and then spins it out perfectly with the wall. And tough break for the 48 of Stephen Gale. A race that was going so well towards the end there ends up getting hooked around. I believe he's actually, I guess the 99 actually goes by. Yeah, the 99 actually drifts on the apron. I'm pretty sure, again, I think he's racing the mouse because I know he was having wheel issues earlier in the race. And unfortunately, end the race under caution. But they didn't try to see. Looks like he'll probably get it. So some contact under caution. And that was the 50 of George Garcia under caution. Gets hooked around with the 37 wheel Warhammer against racing the mouse. So I'll give him props for that at least. But pretty chaotic indeed. As Trentino will be your race winner for Talladega, but still have 2 laps under caution here. I come across that finish line. 2 laps of the finish. Unfortunately, race ends under yellow, but that's the way it goes to Talladega sometimes. See if we get a word on who we're trying to see the race winner. Yeah, we still have technically 2 laps to go, but obviously we already know the outcome of this one, so. Stephen Gale using the wall to turn there. I think he's actually racing the mouse, so unfortunate there. Actually, we're trying to word in here with the 48 Stephen Gale if we can. If he's using the wall to turn. Stephen Gale got a copy.
Yep.
So, Stephen, I can't think, well, I guess you're racing with the mouse. Am I correct on that?
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, cause we knew you had some real issues earlier, and fortunately for you, you were maybe en route to your first career victory, but got hooked there and weren't able to save it. Just talk about the struggles that happened for you tonight and your first chance to win the race.
First, my wheel double down shifts, so I blow an engine. I go a couple laps down. Russell turned me at one point. Just kept getting caught in accidents and just could never get my way back up. Brian, when I did, I just got wrecked again.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of cautions lately after we had a couple green flag runs to start off the race. Now it's pretty much been caution after caution, unfortunately. So just your thoughts on how people are driving out there, if they're a little aggressive, or just thoughts on the race as a whole as we finish here.
People were stupid aggressive, honestly. There's no reason to race very hard early on. And the fact that everyone keeps making it 3 wide and they can't hold it just really irritated me. People pushing the turns, people pushing when you don't need to push. Yeah, it was just a mess, honestly.
Well, I appreciate your time here, Steven, and unfortunate for you on the finish, of course, but talk to you later.
Yep.
Bringing now with your 3rd place finisher, George Garcia. You number 50 machine there. So, Garcia, got a copy.
I got you.
So, as we finish up the last lap here under caution, unfortunately, didn't have a chance to get the victory there if you'd let 33 of the laps completed here. A lot of time for you being out front, but unfortunately, one's up for you. And a podium finish was good for some cases, but bad for others, of course. You want to get that checkered flag, but pretty good race. Talk about how you were able to finish 3rd and the whole race as a whole.
That was my race right there. I led, I think, most of the laps until I just lost it and came home 3rd.
Yeah, and I will confirm you did lead the most amount of laps, actually, by a considerable amount. So unfortunate break for you, but solid 3rd place finish. Any special thank you to our sponsors that brought me to a podium finisher today.
I just want to say thank you to Russell and that's it. Also the A car.
All right, well,
for pushing me.
Appreciate your time here, George. Congratulations on 3rd at least, and have a good night. Until I see your 2nd place finisher, Ryan Flanagan in the number 9 machine. Ryan Flanagan, got a copy.
Yeah, I got a copy.
So Ryan, you rounded out here across the finish line and runner-up. So again, I believe your second place finish of the season. So unfortunately, not able to quite get that victory. And we saw the content there, which you knew into 48. So talk about what happened there, and how you were able to get up to a 2nd place finish.
Just what happened was it felt like George just gave me a good hard push. I couldn't really tell exactly what happened, but I do know I got loose. And then I ended up spinning out the 48. But not the race I wanted. I did not want to look like a Ricky Stenhouse out there. And it's just not the race I actually wanted. I would prefer honestly dropping back, you know, taking a smaller, lower spot, because honestly, I don't feel like I really deserve this after messing up a few people. So yeah, I feel bad for them, and I wish them all the best in the next race.
All right, well, on a high note, any special thank yous, shout-out sponsors that you want to give a shout-out here to home to a run-up finish?
Yeah, I would like to give a shout-out to Napa. They built a really great race car today, and then also shout-out to BHR, even LC TV, you know, really great broadcasting. But yeah, just could have done better today. That's pretty much it. Thanks.
Congratulations on 2nd at least, and have a good night.
Yep, you too.
All right, that was your 2nd place finisher tonight, Ryan Flanagan in the number 9 machine. Now your race winner, Trenton Sneed in the number 8 machine. Got a copy there, Trenton?
What now?
Got a copy there, Trenton?
Sort of.
As you celebrate here on the front stretch, any thoughts on how you're able to win the race here today?
I am in shock, disbelief. I have no idea what just happened. All I know is I won and I'm happy, and yeah, that's about it.
Well, anyhow, any special shout-outs, thank you, sponsors, for home to the victory here at Talladega.
There's only one sponsor on the car this week, and all I gotta say to it is Roll Tide! I'd like to thank Steven for sponsoring me throughout this whole thing. I'd like to thank you for broadcasting. I'd like to thank my family. Mom's gonna come in here and start screaming with me. And yeah, praise God, I finally won one!
Well, congratulations on your first victory here, Trenton, and continue to celebrate. And of course, have a good night.
For the record, I can't hear you over a screaming motor.
That was race winner tonight, Trenton Sneed in the number 8 machine, but that'll do a wrap here The race results are quickly. Trinity, Ryan Flanker, George Garcia. Your top 3 runner emerge: Jason Tripp, Max Newer, Russell Caney, Jeffrey Price, Roderick Thompson, Stephen Gale onto your top 10. Then comes 11th place, and then number 11 Machine, Thomas Wise, Kirk Mills, Jeremy Funk, and Austin Johnson, who had to leave most of the race. He finishes the last at 14th. Appreciate y'all watching tonight. Make sure to check us out tomorrow night at JenMar's Xfinity Series from Kansas. And it's the 8 machine blows his engine here, celebrating so hard. LCTV signing out.